Hello, beloved souls. Welcome back to Card of Destiny. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is your November 2025 horoscope forecast for all zodiac signs. November is a powerful crossroads month. The tension between endings and new beginnings will be felt across all areas of life. Mercury turns retrograde, Mars makes bold shifts, and the skies ask us, what are you ready to release? What flame will you reignite? As always, watch your sun, moon, and rising signs to get the full picture. Let's open to the cosmic guidance together. Mercury retrograde, November 9th, November 29th. This month, one of the biggest dynamics is Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. Sagittarius. Communication, travel, thinking, all of it enters a healing, re-seeing phase. Mistakes, misunderstandings, or delays may arise, but their gift is clarity and insight. Be patient, review before you act, and trust your intuition when messages feel murky. Mars opposite Uranus, November 4th. Early in the month, Mars in Sagittarius opposes Uranus RX in Gemini. This is a shock to the system. Sudden shifts, breakthroughs, or conflict can arise around beliefs, freedom, or where you feel trapped. Use this energy to break free of what no longer serves, but don't leap without awareness. Full moon in Taurus, November 5. The full moon in Taurus brings themes of security, values, and resources into the light. It's a moment to see what you truly value, from comfort to finances to self-worth, and release what was only illusion. Uranus RX enters Taurus, November 7th. Uranus retrograde enters Taurus, stirring surprises in your material life, values, and comfort zones. Expect changes in your financial world or emotional stability that force you to innovate. New moon in Scorpio, November 17 to 18. Later in the month, the new moon in Scorpio initiates a fresh cycle in deep transformation, intimacy, regeneration, and shadow release. This is a powerful time to plant seeds around inner work, rebirth, and spiritual growth. Themes to carry with you in November. Release before you restart. The retrograde energy and lunar cycles ask you to purify, not push. Expect the unexpected. Uranus and Mars bring shocks and shifts around beliefs, freedom, and values. Align with your inner truth. This month is not about fitting in, it's about authenticity, even if that means disruption. And deep healing is possible. The Scorpio new moon invites you to transform pain into power. Aries, November 2025. Aries, this month brings a tug-of-war between what you believe and what you know to be real. The month starts with fiery energy as Mars, your ruling planet, opposes Uranus on November 4th. Sudden surprises in travel, learning, or belief systems may catch you off guard. Remember, when things feel unstable, your instinct is to push harder, but sometimes patience is the wiser move. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th lights up your finances and sense of self-worth. It's a revealing moment to see where your resources are secure and where adjustments are needed. You may have a breakthrough about money, possessions, or what you truly value. When Uranus re-enters Taurus on November 7th, longer-term changes begin in your financial world. Don't fear the instability. It's here to push you toward freedom and innovation in how you handle resources. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th invites renewal in your closest connections and shared resources. You're asked to set intentions around intimacy, debts, or joint commitments. With Mercury retrograde weaving through this same space, clarity will come from slowing down, not rushing ahead. By month's end, you'll see that the disruptions were blessings in disguise, pointing you toward a more stable future. Taurus, November 2025. Taurus, this month is personal, very personal. The full moon in your sign on November 5th is your moment of release and revelation. Emotions may run high, but this lunation shows you what's authentic in your life and what you've outgrown. Allow yourself to shed old layers. Early in the month, Mars opposite Uranus shakes up your relationships. Sudden arguments or breakthroughs in partnerships may arise, forcing you to reevaluate your needs. Don't hold too tightly. Freedom is key here. When Uranus retrogrades back into your sign on November 7th, the changes you've been feeling since 2018 come back for deeper integration. It's not about comfort anymore, Taurus, it's about transformation. The universe is shaping you into your most liberated self. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th turns your attention to partnerships. It's a chance to set new intentions in love, business, or deep bonds. Mercury retrograde here means the conversations may not be straightforward, but the truth will come if you listen with your heart. This month teaches you, Relationships are not about possession, they're about shared growth. Gemini, November 2025. Gemini, the month begins with turbulence in your daily routines. Mars opposing Uranus on November 4th highlights tension between your partnerships and your inner world. You may feel pulled in opposite directions: freedom versus responsibility, independence versus compromise. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th lights up your subconscious. Dreams, intuition, and hidden truths surface. This is a deeply spiritual time for you, when journaling, meditation, and solitude bring answers you've been avoiding. On November 7th, Uranus retrogrades into Taurus, shaking up your spiritual life and inner healing journey. Unconscious fears may resurface, but with them comes the chance to break free from what has bound you. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th resets your routines, health habits, and daily rhythm. Mercury retrograde here reminds you to double-check appointments, schedules, and communication with coworkers. Take care of your body this month. Stress needs healthy outlets. By the end of November, you'll see that slowing down and tuning in brought more clarity than racing ahead ever could. Cancer, November 2025. Cancer, November shines a bright light on your friendships and your creative joy. Early in the month, Mars opposite Uranus may shake up dynamics in romance or with children. You may feel a push-pull between your need for freedom and your desire for deeper commitment. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th highlights your community and friendships. Something culminates here, perhaps a group project or even a realization about who truly belongs in your inner circle. When Uranus retrogrades into Taurus on November 7th, expect changes in your social life. Old friendships may resurface, or surprising new ones may enter. Don't resist these shifts. They're leading you toward communities that reflect your authentic self. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th asks you to set intentions around creativity, love, and joy. This is your chance to begin again in romance or personal passion projects. With Mercury retrograde stirring the same waters, patience is key in matters of the heart. By the end of November, you'll realize that love and creativity are not things to control. They flow best when you surrender. Leo, November 2025. Leo, November is career-heavy for you. Mars opposite Uranus on November 4th could bring sudden shifts between your home life and your public responsibilities. Balance may feel hard to find, but the chaos is here to highlight what needs adjusting. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th shines on your career and reputation. A project may come to completion, or recognition for your hard work arrives. This is a time to stand tall and claim your authority. When Uranus retrogrades back into Taurus on November 7th, long-term changes around your career path resurface. If you felt restless or unfulfilled, this is the universe urging you to innovate. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th refocuses your attention on home and family. Set intentions for stability, healing, and deeper roots. With Mercury retrograde stirring things up here, old conversations at home may resurface. This is your chance to resolve what's been lingering. By the end of the month, you'll see that success is not only about public image, it's also about how grounded you feel in your private world. Virgo, November 2025. Virgo, this month is about expanding your mind while grounding your routines. Mars opposite Uranus on November 4th may create tension in travel or belief systems. You may feel pushed between your comfort zone and the urge for exploration. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th highlights your ninth house of wisdom and learning. This could be a breakthrough in studies, spiritual beliefs, or even travel plans. A new perspective arrives that shifts your worldview. On November 7th, Uranus retrogrades into Taurus, bringing surprises in your educational or spiritual path. Be open to unconventional ways of learning or expanding your horizons. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th asks you to set intentions around communication. Siblings, neighbors, or local matters may require your attention. With Mercury retrograde here, miscommunications are likely, but also the chance to clear long-standing issues. By the end of November, you'll see that clarity in communication is the bridge to deeper understanding in all areas of life. Libra, November 2025. Libra, this month calls you to balance commitments with your own growth. Mars, opposite Uranus on November 4th, may spark sudden disruptions around shared resources, intimacy, or financial agreements. Something hidden could surface, and you'll need to stay calm in the storm. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th illuminates your house of transformation. This is a time of release. shedding an old layer of identity, debt, or emotional baggage. Trust that letting go creates room for something better. When Uranus retrogrades into Taurus on November 7th, you'll feel longer-term shifts in intimacy and joint finances. Expect surprises, but also breakthroughs in trust and vulnerability. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th sets the stage for new beginnings in your financial world. This is the perfect time to plant seeds around abundance, security, and self-worth. With Mercury retrograde weaving through this area, go slowly with big money decisions. Clarity comes with time. By month's end, you'll realize that your sense of worth doesn't depend on others' validation. Scorpio, November 2025. Scorpio, this is your month of deep rebirth. Early in November, Mars opposite Uranus shakes up your partnerships. Expect sudden revelations or even clashes in relationships. Remember, transformation comes from disruption. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th lights up your relationships. This lunation brings clarity. Which partnerships are rooted in stability and which are ready to be released. Uranus retrograding into Taurus on November 7th reopens themes around freedom and unpredictability in your connections. You're being asked to find balance between closeness and independence. On November 17th, the new moon in your sign is your cosmic reset. This is your chance to rewrite your story, set bold new intentions, and embody your most authentic self. Mercury retrograde in your sign reminds you to pause before speaking, but also gives you the gift of insight into patterns you've overlooked. November is powerful for you, Scorpio. Embrace the shedding, because your new skin is stronger than ever. Sagittarius, November 2025. Sagittarius, the month begins with intensity as Mars in your sign opposes Uranus on November 4th. You may feel restless, rebellious, or eager to break free from old structures. Be mindful of impulsive actions. Freedom is good, but chaos can be costly. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th highlights your routines and health. A breakthrough in your daily rhythm may come. Perhaps a new habit takes root, or an old one ends. Your body is asking you to listen. When Uranus retrogrades into Taurus on November 7th, changes around work and health intensify. Expect surprises in your job environment or lifestyle. Adaptability is your strength here. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th invites you to retreat inward. Rest, solitude, and healing will be your most powerful allies. With Mercury retrograde stirring this area, dreams and hidden messages may surface. Trust your intuition. By the end of the month, you'll see that slowing down isn't weakness. It's the preparation for your next great adventure. Capricorn, November 2025. Capricorn, this month asks you to look at your friendships and your heart's desires. Early in the month, Mars opposite Uranus shakes up your social life. Sudden conflicts or breakthroughs with friends may arise. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th illuminates your creativity, romance, and joy. Something reaches a peak, a love affair, a passion project, or a connection with your inner child. Allow yourself to celebrate, but also to release what no longer inspires. When Uranus retrogrades into Taurus on November 7th, surprises continue in your romantic and creative world. Expect shifts in how you express joy and love. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th highlights your friendships and community. This is a time to set intentions for the groups you want to belong to and the dreams you're building. With Mercury retrograde here, old friends may return, or miscommunications may need clearing. By month's end, you'll see that true friendships are those that honor your growth, not hold you back. Aquarius, November 2025. Aquarius, November focuses on your career and home life. Mars opposite Uranus on November 4th may trigger sudden changes between your ambitions and your private life. Expect surprises, but trust they're guiding you toward better alignment. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th highlights your home and family. Something may culminate, a move, a family matter, or a deep emotional release. This is a moment to find grounding. When Uranus retrogrades back into Taurus on November 7th, long-term shifts in your home and family life continue. It's not about clinging to stability, it's about creating a foundation that allows you to be free. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th brings new beginnings in your career. Plant seeds for the next chapter of your professional path. Mercury retrograde here means delays are possible, but clarity will come with patience. By the end of November, you'll see that your career is strongest when your roots are secure. Pisces, November 2025. Pisces, this month pulls you toward expansion and deeper truth. Mars opposite Uranus on November 4th may spark conflicts around travel, education, or beliefs. You may feel tested, but this is about embracing your authentic voice. The full moon in Taurus on November 5th lights up your communication sector. Expect revelations in conversations, writing, or sibling connections. Words spoken this month carry power. When Uranus retrogrades into Taurus on November 7th, changes continue in how you think and communicate. Innovation in your ideas and daily mindset will be a theme. The new moon in Scorpio on November 17th opens doors in higher learning, spirituality, and travel. Set intentions to expand your worldview. With Mercury retrograde here, expect revisions to plans, but also deeper insights. By the end of November, you'll realize your voice is more powerful when it's aligned with your soul, and that is your November 2025 horoscope forecast for all zodiac signs. This month is one of release, renewal, and revelation. Mercury retrograde asks us to slow down, Uranus brings surprises, and the Scorpio new moon guides us into transformation. Remember, astrology doesn't dictate your fate. It shows the energies around you so you can navigate with wisdom and awareness. As always, thank you for being here with me on Card of Destiny. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more forecasts, and share in the comments what's your sign and what are you releasing this November.